Okay, in this video I'm going to go over how you can calculate each of the components of number that you're going to need to have to work out the cost of your tortoise habitat. So firstly, let's have a look at multiplying decimals. So you can see here I have picked on some strawberry plants which are costed at $3.49 on your sheet, and I've decided I want 4 of those. Right, so what I'm going to do is $3.49 is a really difficult sort of sum of money to calculate as a decimal. So I'm going to round. So I've decided $3.49 is rounded to $3.50, and rather than multiply it by 2, I'm going to do it easily for myself. So $3.50 times 2 is going to be 7. All right, $7. Now, what I've done though is I've added on a cent here and a cent on the other one. So I'm going to take off 2 cents. Oops, is that a no or a 0? 0.2. So that is going to equal $6.98. Uh-oh, now I've got some weird figures again. So I've decided that that's a little bit too hard. I'm going to leave it at $7 and I'm going to multiply. So that's for 2 plants, $7. And I'm going to multiply that by 2 again to make it 4 plants, and that would be $14. But it's not $14 because I've added a cent onto every single plant. Okay, so I've got 4 lots of $3.50. There's 2, there's 2. So I need to take 4 cents off. So $14 minus 4 cents equals $13. Where's my 3? $13.96. Okay, so my strawberry plants, 4 at $3.49 is going to cost me $13.96. Okay, that's the easiest way to do that in your head. Of course, you could always use a calculator, which makes it even easier. But if you're in a shop and you don't have a calculator, it's good to be able to use rounding to figure those sums out. Now, tortellini needs some food as well. So lettuce is always good. Whoops, still got the highlighter on. Lettuce is always good for tortoise. So I'm going to buy a couple of those. I suspect I might have to do it around the other way when I build it. $4.49 per lettuce. Now we can use exactly the same process. So I said I wanted 2. So that's times 2. Again, round it up to $4.50. So we're going to do $4.50 times 2 equals $9. And I need to take off the 2 cents that I added on. Equals $8.98. I was pausing there because I was just doing a quick check on my maths. There we go. And again, so 2 lots of $4.49 is $8.98. Okay, so that's multiplying decimals. And using rounding is a really, really good way to make sure that you are doing that correctly. Okay, on to calculating area. Now, I'm sure you guys know this. So I said you needed a enclosure of 1 metre to 1.2 metres, square metres for your area. So imagine we had an enclosure of half a metre, which is 50 centimetres, by 1 metre. Okay, so first thing we need to do is turn that 1 metres into centimetres, so that's going to be 100 centimetres. And then we are taking that point out because that's not correct. 50 centimetres, which is half a metre, by 100 centimetres. So we're multiplying 50 by 100, which equals 5,000 centimetres squared, which is the same as 5 metres squared. So we know from that that is way too big. Okay, now if I'm thinking about 1.2 metres, I know that 30 centimetres goodness me, we're going to have to do a bit of maths. 60 centimetres by 60 centimetres. So that's 0.6 of a metre by 0.6 of a metre. 6 sixes are 36 centimetres squared, which is the same as 3.6 metres squared. Right, so you can see as you slowly start working it out how that's going to calculate out. Now I'm not going to give you the right answer because I'd like you to work it out, but what you can do is use your 30 centimetre blocks, grids, to work out your area, and you will need to multiply like this to figure it out. Okay, so just remember 1 metre is 1,000 centimetres and 1.2 metres is 1,200 centimetres. So just remember that. I'll just pop next to this equals 1 metre, and this one equals 1.2 metres. Okay, so just remember that. So that's to help you calculate the area. Now the last thing you need to do is you're going to have to add up all your money, which is simply adding decimals. So you've got some figures like 349. I'll just move that over a wee bit. 549. Let's do a 550. So I've just picked some of those random figures. Now, I've written them like that because the easiest way to do it on a piece of paper is to add down your columns, but you do work backwards. Okay, so 9 and 9 are 18. I'm just going to pop, if I can get it, I'm going to pop the one that I've just, so that's not going to work. Okay, so 9 and 9 are 18. I'm going to pop the 1 up here. I'm just carrying that one. Okay, so 9 and 9 are 18. 4 and 4 and 5 and 1 are 14. So I'm popping the 4 in there. Just need to move it back so I keep everything straight. And I said 14, so I need to pop a 1 up here. Okay, so that's become 14. Right. 5 and 5 are 10, and 3 is 13, and 1 is 14. Sorry Sorry guys, I'm just going to drag this over so you can see it. 14.48. So the sum of those all together is 14.48. So we're adding down the column. Now the other way I could do it is to round. So I could say 350. So I've rounded to 350 plus 550 plus 550 equals, because this is much easier, so 50, 50, 50, that's $1.50. Added those all up, plus $3, $5 and $5, so that's $13. Okay, so that's $14.50. What's going on? Equals $14.50. But I added on 2 cents here, didn't I? There's a cent and there's a cent, so I need to take those off. Minus 2 cents equals $14.48. So there you go, that is the way to add those decimals. Let me know if you have any problems and we'll have a chat.